All right, Johnny, back once again. This time we're doing Blood Red Sky. Came out July 23rd on Netflix. It's about a woman with a mysterious illness that is forced into action when a group of terrorists attempt to hijack a transatlantic overnight flight. It has a 6.1 out of 10 rating on IMDb. It's directed by Peter Thorwarth, and its stars are Perry Baumeister, Carl Anton Koch, and Alexander Scheer. What'd you think?
So I really wanted to like it. And you said mysterious illness. So is this going to be a spoiler? I really wanted to like it because there's no like good vampire movies, in recent history. So I really wanted to like it. I gave it a 2. It just wasn't entertaining. It was dark. And when you're not enjoying something, you start poking holes, and there's a lot of plot holes where if you are enjoying something in a la the Tenet review, you sort of ignore them because you're having a good time. But this was something where I wasn't enjoying, the plot or the characters' actions, so I just started poking holes in it, and I thought it was
what were some of the plot holes?
Planes. Nobody can hijack planes anymore, and if the pilot was in on it, why did they need 8 people? Why did they need 8 people to? Why do they need 8 people even involved if the pilot was in on it? That's literally all you need is the pilot.
Are air marshals a real thing?
Yeah, I don't think there's normally 3 on a single flight either.
Have you ever seen an air marshal? I've never seen one.
No, they're supposed to be secret.
Yeah, man. I think I'm with you. I was originally very excited because I love a good zombie movie. I love a good, storyline behind the virus. I love a good, you watch as something happens and you like to think, what would you do in that situation? And you never really see that with a vampire movie. So I was excited to see how that came about. I think I was underwhelmed. I thought all the acting was really good in it. But at the end of the day, there wasn't enough plot for me. Like, I didn't really care what happens. I know that there was a lot of camaraderie that was happening after everything took place, after the deaths were occurring, and I feel like there would be more chaos in that situation. So I don't know. I couldn't immerse myself in it. I didn't find it to be something I'd watch again.
And it had just the classic, this guy's a complete psychopath. It's very obvious who that character is when you watch the movie. And it's just, I was almost more interested in the vampires on the mainland that she ran into to catch that from. I kind of wanted to see what the deal was with that.
That's a better movie.
All this action on the plane, and I'm sure they did it all in a contained space on the plane because it just saved on set building and effects and stuff.
What was the deal with the fire? Why could I don't know.
Another plot hole is hit or miss on whether or not fire would kill them. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't, depending on how they wanted the movie to go. Which is, again, if you're enjoying it, you don't care. But if it's sort of plodding along, then it annoys you.
The only reason I'm giving it a 2 and not a 1 or a 0, that ending was pretty good. I can't say that I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, the ending was all right. It's just, there was just so much before it that, it just, I don't know, just people wouldn't just sit on a plane, after everything that's happened in the past. It's just
much more
weird premise. Why wouldn't they choose something else?
Also, I wasn't sure if they when they decided, were they sure it was vampire, or were they oh, this person's just going crazy, cannibal? What was the process? When did it switch over to vampire?
Well, it doesn't matter because 10 minutes later they all died anyway. Whoopsies. Spoil the 2 for everyone.
So we both gave it a 2.